Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, you'll have to tell me if you can hear me okay. I am so out of my element here. So I'm trying something a little bit new, and I have new hair in case you didn't notice. Let me know if you can hear me okay and that everything is showing up. So I'm going to be sharing my screen here with you today. So how cool is this? So I'm also showing screen here, but I had to last minute set up my microphone because I had forgotten to set it up. So I just want to make sure that you guys can hear me. So I am trying something a little bit new. Welcome to the, oh great. Welcome to the HB Notebook Challenge. I am gonna kind of show it on me for just a second instead of showing my hands. So I did something, or decided to do something just a little bit different. It's telling me that Heart Breathings is live on my phone. Hold on a moment. Let me just turn on Do Not Disturb if I can find it. It's like Heart Breathings is live right now. Oh, really? So I wanted to try something a little bit new for the word sprint, or for the notebook challenge. So let me turn that down for a second. So instead of trying to spend, maybe it usually took me about 2 hours to get all my notebooks together, set everything up, edit the video, go through the video, and it was just getting to be a lot, especially when I have Publish and Thrive coming up and all the other things happening. So I thought, okay, we're going to try instead to do this live. So be prepared for things to go wrong, for things not to look right. Like I said, I just literally was setting up the microphone 10 seconds before. And I'm trying something called Air Server that is going to be casting my phone, and my phone is not fully charged. So it is plugged into the laptop. So if the phone dies, we will just go to laptop and it'll be okay. But I'm hoping that this will be something that will be a little bit smoother. But this is going to be our January/February, because for the first time, I actually missed doing a January notebook challenge. And I think part of it was just January was a crazy month. I really struggled through part of it to get everything done. So I just didn't have time to learn this setup because I knew I wanted to go live, but I was a little bit nervous about the technology. So here we go. Sarah Unplugged. I love that. That is cool. Exactly. This is Sarah Unplugged, and just be ready for it. I was very, very busy. So what we're going to do instead is today I'm going to just walk you through my notebooks, and I'm used to being able to stop and start and hide things if I need to and all of that. So it might be a little bit rougher than normal, but that's okay. I'm so glad that you guys are here. Thank you so much for showing up live and for trying something new. Of course, the replay of this will always go up live, or go up on my channel as soon as the live is over. So I have a stack of notebooks on the bench beside me, and I will bring them up to show you as we go. And just let me know if the sound doesn't sound great or the lighting gets wonky, because it's hard to get the lighting right for the top down view without going too much on my face. So I am learning as I go. So thank you for being understanding and welcome. I hope you guys are having a good Sunday. I am actually going to stay on after I talk through my notebooks to go through and just chat with you guys if you want to stay. So I'm going to try to go through these as quickly as possible, but I know that I do have a tendency to talk. It is so hard for me just to get my weekly, my monthly notebook challenge down to 20 minutes every time. So to actually do it live and not be able to cut out all the other stuff, who knows? But also I had to sport my Star Wars shirt today because we as a family have been going through all of the Star Wars movies with Andrew, and we only get to watch maybe 30 minutes a night after dinner, but we finally made it through everything except for we're finishing Solo tonight, which I had never seen before. So actually we may not be finishing it. We might be getting about to the halfway point tonight. And then we are going to be watching The Mandalorian, which George and I have already seen, but we're going to watch it again for Andrew. So I was like, okay, I'm going to sport my Star Wars love affair right now because I just felt the need. But thank you guys so much here for being here. I saw my husband. Those of you that do not join us on my other YouTube channel, I'm live there every Friday, but starting on Monday, I'll be live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And so this is my husband, George, and he's around. He's got the baby probably crawling all over him, but he's likes to watch the lives. So Live Sarah is the best Sarah. Thank you, George, for being here. All right, so let's go through some notebooks, and I'm going to turn this. Yay, it's actually working, which makes me happy, but it is, I'm going to turn this up, which is going to kind of wash my face out, but hopefully you'll be able to see it a little bit better. And I can't really fully hide that microphone, but we're here, right? Okay, so first things first, I didn't know if I had shown you guys yet my new like Hobonichi tarot planner. So this is like my favorite thing so far this year. Last year for my like evening routine, my ritual for my tarot and for basically all of my journaling at night, I had a Hobonichi. So this is also a Hobonichi. It's A5 size. It's a daily planner. So it has yearly, monthly, and daily planning pages in it. But I had a Hello Kitty cover, and I love the Hello Kitty cover, but it's a red cover, and I really tend to like purples and pinks better. So I decided to use a different cover this year. So what I'm using is a Salty Katie Co. Jelly cover in A5, and she puts her little logo on the back here. And then I bought these. I cannot remember where I got them from, but if anyone's interested, I will find links for you. But this one says Psychic Readings, 25 cents with a little like crystal ball, and then it has like a moon phase at the bottom. These are two separate vinyls. And then on the inside, what I did was I created a washi dashboard, which I really, really love this washi dashboard. It's like a mix of things that I got from Michael's and ones that I got from Simply Gilded. And then I also got, I think this is from Salty Katie Co. too. It's just a vinyl that says Sarah. And then this is just a die cut that I got from Etsy and printed myself and just attached with some adhesive that has like the little planchette from a Ouija board, but with like a moth. And it says yes. So I love that. So this is kind of how I have this set up. And then I also put a little bit of scrapbook paper there with another little die cut that I got from Etsy that says Magical AF, and I really love it. Except that my son was like, what does AF stand for? I'm like, you don't need to know the answer to that. This first little, I can move it up a little bit, quote comes from the HB90 planner. Take a leap of faith and begin this wondrous new year by believing. And you guys know Believe is one of my favorites. So this intro page comes from, like, I put all these stickers from Miss Biz Plans on Etsy, and my word of the year is synergy. So I have that sitting there, and I really love this. I kind of went with a holographic, like a rainbow holographic, I guess, like silver hollow theme this year. And then I've got my daily. So this is the yearly view that you get in the Hobonichi. And some people use this for habit tracking. Some people use it for like how many words they wrote, or any kind of little memory from the year or anything like that, because it has every single day of the year on these two pages. So what I use it for is I put what tarot card I drew. So I draw at least one tarot card a night. So I put that tarot card here, and I didn't miss a single day last year. So I'm trying to keep that up this year, except I'm sad to say I already did miss a day, sadly. So I also have done something a little bit different. I will have a setup video, so I won't go like too crazy on this. Erin says AF stands for amazingly fantastic. Yes, let's do that. So I bought some printables from Anna Jolene Printables and printed out on sticker paper some pages that I could use to like cover up pages I knew I wouldn't be using. So like the Hobonichi has a December monthly from 2020, and I knew I wouldn't use that. So I just covered it up with this other thing. And then I used images that I grabbed from the tarot deck that I've been loving and using, which is the Lightseekers Tarot, and put it on here. I'm going to do some journaling about these cards and what they mean to me. On the monthly, I tend to put like anything exciting that happened. Like I hit 40,000 subscribers, which I was so excited about on Monday. So like fun stuff like that. And then on the weekly pages, I just write something like a little bit of journaling about what I did. So this is what I would call, it's a planner technically, but it's really a combo between a planner and a journal or a notebook. And you could actually recreate something like this for yourself just in any notebook that you wanted. So I wanted to show it, even though some people might consider it a planner. So I have put tabs on the months that these are from Miss Biz Plans. And then I had a tarot reading with a tarot reader named Tanya Gonzalez, who every year I get a full year tarot reading where she reads one card for me for every month of the upcoming year. And so my card for January is 10 of Pentacles. So I wrote down and journaled everything that she had to say about that card. And then the rest of these daily pages are, as you can see, just journaling. Sometimes I don't do a full page. So what I'll do, like here, I missed a couple of days. I still did my drawing, but I didn't, you could see celebrating Fate's Surrender being complete. I was working on my book during this time. So I was like, not going to worry about whether I journaled. But the fun thing about it is I can come back to these pages, and I most likely will, and put like a favorite quote or use it for an extra tarot journal or something like a tarot journaling for the day. So I've got like release day stuff. I hit #1 on lots of categories, number 66 on Apple of the whole store. I hit the top 50 on Google Play. So I wanted to make sure to put that into this, even though it's a tarot journal, it's really a celebration of all the things that I'm like, the good things I'm manifesting in my life. So as you can see, I've done a pretty good job keeping up with it, except for a few days here and there. And then I tried to create kind of this little, like, I guess like a bookmark, but I don't think it really turned out that cute. I'm probably going to throw this out, but it says monthly, and I actually have a daily one too, but they keep sliding out of my planner. But this is probably one of my most used journals, so to speak, or notebooks. And I did consider this year not using a Hobonichi because it has the dates and everything. And like you see, sometimes I miss a day. So I thought about using a, Stalogy instead, because they have an A5 size of the Stalogy, but I had to stick with the Hobonichi because I love the paper so much. So I'm going to stick with it. But hopefully by the end of the year, this will really grow and I will love using it just like I did last year. But I really have loved this as like a daily notebook for journaling. And like I said, you could create this or recreate this for yourself with pretty much any journal that you wanted to. My other evening one that you guys saw a lot last year is the Hobonichi 5-year journal that goes from 2020 to 2024. And it has every day of the year in here. It gets its own day. And I'm telling you right now, this has been so much fun to finish up the year last year and get to turn it back to the beginning and start writing on the second set of boxes, because now I can actually, like if I turn to January 31st and I start doing tonight, you'll see a little note about what I did exactly today a year ago. Hooray, I wrote 9,000 words today, which believe me was huge for last year. I paid my taxes. So many flowing of words. Andrew had a fever, that kind of stuff. So I can like see that Evie was being a good napper at this time, or I was posting new videos, or various things. Andrew was sick, or here's what the weather was like. And so this is my first year of, getting a second look. So by the time I get down to 2024, I'm going to have 5 full years of memories. And I just really love this. So this is another thing that you could easily create for yourself. You just need a journal that has 366 pages, I guess, in it technically, so that you can keep track of those years. So you would need a pretty big journal, but I feel like this is something that has been really cool. And it literally takes me like, I don't know, less than 2 minutes just to jot down what I like, or what happened for the day, or what I was feeling, or what I was eating, or, then I can always go back later. And it's, even though it's not exactly a memory keeping thing, I can tell like, oh, well, this is when we were watching Star Wars, or here's when we did this together, or we had a day at the beach. And I think it'll just be fun for nostalgia. And somebody had told me that what they did, because I wasn't sure what to do with this other page. You could kind of do anything you wanted, but somebody said what some people do is they actually draw the lines over and they make it a 10-year journal. So I may do that, because I think that would be so awesome at the end. The only problem is this 10th year is always going to have this Japanese writing on it. So I might have to find a way to like cover that up so that I can really use this space. But how cool would it be, you know, what year would it be? By 2029 to be like looking back on the past 10 years? I don't know. I think that's really cool. So these are my two like every night kind of notebooks. Also, just to let you guys know, today I am going to be giving away an Archer and Olive. So if you've ever used or never used but seen the Archer and Olive notebooks, you are going to love this because these are amazing. And I did the, they had like a mystery box where they're giving away, I think ones that are not giving away, it was $50, but these are typically like $34 a piece. And they were giving you like a mystery box. So some people got pens, some people got journals, some people got planners and that sort of thing. So I got in my mystery box 3 bullet journals. So, well, 2 bullet journals and a planner. So one is a dot grid notebook and it's got not the linen cover, but this pretty floral cover. And it's just 160 GSM, 160 dot grid pages, and it's white. And so this is what I'm going to be giving away today for you guys. Or actually, I really don't mind giving you a choice of which one you want. So this one, this is such a gorgeous like design, this blue. I really love it. This is a monthly planner. And I'm actually going to open it because I don't know exactly what this looks like on the inside. So it looks like you have maybe like 31 days. So you could put the full year, sort of like I'm doing with that Hobonichi, where you've got the whole year overview here. And then you've got a monthly undated section. And then you've got weekly pages. So this is more guided than just like a typical bullet journal, but this would be like a monthly planner with some dot grid pages in between each month. And it's got the beautiful like Archer and Olive 2 ribbons on the inside. So this one does not have a lot of dot grid pages, but it would be cool if you wanted to use a bullet journal system, but you didn't necessarily want to have to draw everything in every time. So the winner today will get a choice between the monthly planner, this blue monthly planner, or the Archer and Olive dot grid floral notebook. So that will be our giveaway for today. And you just, whoever wins will get to choose. I'm not going to give it away live though, because I know that so many people are going to watch this on the replay. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to choose from the comments, and I still will count the comments from the live, but I will choose from the comments instead. And I'll just pick a random number so that everybody gets a chance to win, because I know this is our very first time. What I might do in the future, though, is give 1 notebook away live and 1 notebook on the replay so that everybody kind of gets a chance to show up live. But this is the other one that I got, and you can see from the size. Well, let me pull this out. So this is my health and fitness bullet journal, if you saw my setup. So you can see the size comparison. This is A5 and this is B5. And I have never had B5 before, but oh my gosh, this is that blue kind of linen cover. And it's such a cool size. And this is just a plain white dot grid bullet journal. And what I've decided that I'm going to use it for is it's going to be kind of it's not an art journal at all, because I'm not going to be journaling or anything else, but I'm going to use this to practice doodling and drawing and like hand lettering. And this is something that I've talked about so many times before that I have wanted to do. And what I end up doing is using like really small notebooks that end up getting lost or whatever. But instead, what I'm going to do, because you can actually watercolor and paint in here, this is going to be kind of my art practice journal. So this is going to be full. I'm kind of giving myself permission to really mess up in this one and for it to just not look great. And, you know, I'm just not going to worry about it. If it comes out looking gross, I can just, you know, turn the page and move on. And I think that this will be something, because it's so many pages, that it will probably take me the full year or more. So you guys may see this come back over and over. But I think what'll be cool about having such a big notebook to play around with is to play with like seeing my style hopefully get better with I mean, I have another notebook for hand lettering. So this is more for like practicing doodles and for like really practicing art type lettering, because I like to use it in my planner and I'm just not good at it. And I don't want to practice in my planner because that is something I'm more likely to keep or want to look pretty. So this is kind of my permission slip to play around and not worry if it looks pretty. And I've already saved a bunch of classes on Skillshare about like drawing and doodling and illustrating and stuff like that. So I'm pretty excited to play around with this. So this is a new notebook for me, but I love this B6 size. I have another B6 that is the Neapolitan. So it has a combination of white craft paper and black paper all in the same journal. So those are really cool too, but that is going to be my kind of witchy book of shadows, like spell stuff. And I just have not had time to set it up. So when I do, I will record that for you guys. Since I have this one out already, I'll show you real quick. So scared my phone's going to die. If it does, I apologize. But we'll see how it goes. So this is the health and fitness bullet journal. Let me know in the comments if you guys did watch the setup of this. This was really fun. And I was really hopeful that I would be able to keep up with this last year. And if you watched that bullet journal video, you will know I did not do a great job. But I am continuing to use it. I have just said, okay, I messed up. And this is, I think, one of the things about using notebooks that I really want to get, out there as a message is that we buy these beautiful notebooks and we think we have to have the perfect use for them. And we say, oh, I don't want to write in this expensive $35 Archer and Olive bullet journal because it has to be perfect. And then I do something like set it all up for October and totally fail. And then it feels like I've ruined my notebook, right? And then I start to go, oh, well, this stinks. Like even to the point of like, I set it up, I started losing a little bit of weight and I marked these in color. And then guess what? I actually gained it all back plus some. And there is a part of me that was like, well, I don't want to use this bullet journal anymore. But the truth is I could have just like glued these 2 pages together and kept going. But I feel like I spent so much of my life honestly just like starting notebooks, having good intentions, and then letting go. And I have just decided it's going to be different this time, that I'm going to love myself even with all of my imperfections. And I'm going to keep going because, the story is not over until you give up. And so I am going to keep going. And it doesn't matter how many times I try to get back to bright line eating or try to lose weight or try to, be my best self or try to do my morning routines. It's like, if I mess up, I just forgive myself and move on. And so that's what my notebooks mean to me a lot these days, because I spent so many years like buying beautiful notebooks and not really using them. And then I'd get, maybe this far into it and already have messed up my intention. And then I give up because I feel like a failure. And I know I'm not the only one. I know that happens to other people. And I think that we have to just say, you know what? I had these good intentions. Let me see why it didn't work. And let me try something new. So October, you can see I only made it about halfway through the month, even with my habit tracking and things like that. But I'm not worried because I reset it up for the month of January and did much better. So you can see here on the 12th, I left myself a little note here that said I stopped tracking. It's been too hard to stick to it so far in January. So I did not stick to my weight loss, like weighing every day, but I did stick to my not habit tracker, but this is like a mood tracker. And then I did stick to my healthy habits. So I don't know how well you can see it because I know it's not super bright and I know I'm covering the microphone there, but you can get a pretty good glimpse of all the things that I'm tracking here and the fact that I did actually stick with the tracking. So what I'm tracking is my reading, my exercise, which can include walking, no sugar, no flour. So that's what bright line eating is. Did I take my vitamins? Did I drink 60 ounces of water, or how much water did I drink? Did I write that day? I'm not even tracking in here how many words I got. It's just, am I in a habit? Am I actually doing it? And then did I track my time? Because that's another big goal for me this year is time tracking. And did I game or have fun with the family? So this could be, even though it's a little gaming icon, this could be like movie time or Netflix or something like that. But it's just kind of like, did I do something that was not work, that was just for fun? And then the candle here is my nighttime ritual. Did I do my nighttime ritual? How many steps did I take? How much sleep did I get? And then this final score here, this little heart, is like my daily nurture score. So the daily nurture score is part of my HB90 goals. And that is me saying, of all these things that I'm tracking, how many of the 10 did I actually get to, my goal on? So if I'm trying to hit 7 hours of sleep a night, did I actually hit 7 hours of sleep a night? And so I'm marking those things down. Hey, everybody, welcome, welcome. So then I am tracking my meals. So you can see this is January, and I got literally 1 week of meal tracking. And now I have gone back to reset up for February because, like I said, I did great with tracking my habits in January, but I didn't do great with the meal planning and stuff. I just kind of think I got too stressed at the beginning of the month and just couldn't stick up with it, or stick to it. So here is my new February setup. I found this quote on Pinterest that says, ask yourself if what you're doing today is getting closer to where you want to be tomorrow. And I feel like that was like perfectly aligned with my like HB90 way of doing things. So that is the quote. And then I wrote this little note to myself that says, dear body, I love you. And then I've got my mood tracker in hearts here, my weight tracker on the side. I'll put a photo of myself here. And then I've got the same healthy habits all set up there. And then I also have my meals, but I noticed this was funny because I put 2, 1 through 6. And I'm like, what happened to day 7? I don't know. I'm going to have to wipe that out and fix it. But I've got my meal plan set up here for the week. And as soon as this live is over, I'm going to go get grocery shopping for the week because I am trying once again to start Bright Line Eating tomorrow, which is really, in my lifetime of struggling with PCOS, that has been the best thing for me in terms of how I feel. So I 100% am getting back to it, but it's just been such a struggle to do it. So I'm just going to keep trying. It's like, if you fall down, you just get up and keep trying. But I did print out this little quote that says, get in the habit of asking yourself, does this support the life I'm trying to create? So that is my health and fitness bullet journal. So all of these are notebooks, but they're kind of also planners. I wanted to show you guys too. Hopefully my phone's hanging in there. It looks like maybe it got darker, and I'm like, did it get darker, or is that just my imagination? I don't know. It's like washing out my face though. So I have set up a new plotting planner. So I used and this again is basically a notebook. I have used a big size Happy Planner for years for my writing. And I have found that I don't like always bring it up into bed with me or onto the couch because it's so big, it's hard to carry around. And then when I go out writing, which I haven't obviously done in like a year, but when I was doing that, I never took my big planner with me because it's just too big. So instead, this time, what I have tried is I'm going to try classic size. And this is just a black Happy Planner cover, deluxe cover. And I got all of these stickers, most of them from Redbubble. So there is an amazing Redbubble store called Winklelark, and I don't think I put a link to it in the description box below, but I will send you guys a link. I will make sure it goes on to my Facebook page and stuff. But I got a lot of these stickers from there. Drink all the coffee, write all the books. Kind of witchy writer, which I love that one. This little witch sticker comes from Studio Adorkable. And then writer and your with the apostrophe comes from Anthem Sticker Co. or Anthem Sticker Company. And then these Hello Kitty ones are ones that some of my fans sent to me. And then this warning cliffhanger head is one that Jennifer from Winklelark made specifically for me. So Jennifer, if you're here, thank you again for like the 50th time, because it's just perfect for me. If you know me, I write pretty much exclusively cliffhangers. So it just felt appropriate. But what I found was this Bookish Planner. Yay, Jennifer's here. Jennifer, if you want to put your Winklelark link in the comments, please do for us. Yes, Studio Adorkable is one of my favorite shops too, Melinda. I love, love, love hers. Kelsa says, I love the Your sticker. I know, I saw that and I was like, only writers will get that, and why that is so funny. But anyway, I love it. These stickers, the Hollow Write and the hashtag Writers Who Plan, both come from Planner, and I absolutely love that. Oh no, is it blurry for everybody or is it okay? You guys have to let me know. I think it's focused, but I don't think I can do anything else to focus it. So this Bookish Planner is a happy planner that came from Michael's, and I actually just got it for like maybe $10 or less. So here is the cover, and it has these beautiful rainbow discs to it. And then I got this Write, Edit, Repeat sticker again from Winklelark's shop on Redbubble. And I put this little photo of my son and daughter with this little insert that says Instant Love. And then there again is a picture of us with my tarot cards. And then I just have some random, I guess, like Mickey Mouse and some other pages. And then I have the planner is in here, and I'll show you kind of how I intend to use it. This was just me sort of practicing, but I did actually write words on these days. So what I have decided to do, and I don't think I actually have my like main sheet here because I was using it the other day, but I use these stickers. They're just round stickers for all my color coding. And I do it for my time tracking and for my planning for the week. So I've decided to, since I can just print these out, I got the stickers and the colors from Hourglass Sticker Co. on Etsy. And so I decided to assign a different color to each one of my books coming up. So for example, this blue is for The Witch's Door, and I've just written over here to the side. And so I've got each of my books coming up has their own color. And on the monthly view of this planner, I'm going to put, and this comes from my friend Ines, who I just love so much. If you guys know Ines Johnson, just go ahead and give her a shout out, but she's great. She's a really wonderful author, and she has a couple of different pen names. But she, on her monthly planner, she will do stars for every 500 words that she writes. And I thought, what a great way to use a monthly spread where you can really see. And one of the main things I'm trying to do this quarter is, really get my writing habit back on track. So I am going to do this so that when I open up my planner, like obviously I didn't track it because I've just set this up. But for the month of February, for example, I'm going to be writing hopefully the majority of The Witch's Door. So every 500 words, I'm going to add a sticker so that I can see which day I wrote and how many ones I like, how many 500 words I got throughout the month, which days I missed, which days I wrote, and that sort of thing. So I think that'll be kind of cool. And then if I'm like working on 2 ideas at once, I can always use different colors if I want, or if I'm writing 2 different books in a month and that kind of thing. So I think that'll be cool. When it comes to the weekly spread, I have left these in here, but I don't know if I'm actually going to use them. Obviously, this is January, so these have passed anyway. So I might use them to write out if I decide to journal about how my writing went for the day, but I don't think that I am going to use that because I think I'm going to take the weekly pages out of here because I have set up a writing journal in Notion. And so I'm going to use a combination of this plotting planner and Notion. And I know I've had so many of you that were like, oh my gosh, you have to do this video on Notion because I've been dying to see what you're doing with it. And I will say, so this is Janet. If you guys have not met Janet, Molasses and Forget-Me-Nots, she is my new online marketing manager, and she is my like favorite team member in the world. She is awesome. And she's been setting up a lot of our stuff in Notion for us. And I have been setting up on the side like a writing journal basically to keep track of my word count and how my writing went for the day, just like how I felt about it, how long it took me to write that many words and that kind of thing. So I think it would be redundant to put it in here as well. So I think I'm not going to use the weekly pages, but I did grab these Get Social pack. They had this on sale for like $3 at Michael's. So you can see it's got like a weekly social, and then you can do like Facebook, Instagram. You can track up to 4 accounts on here, and you can put like, if you wanted to say read and reply to comments or check your posts or check your links, check your spelling, schedule the posts out and stuff like that. I have not used this yet. I had intended and had high hopes that I was going to create my own social media planner, and it just never happened. I just got too busy and it never became a priority. So I'm going to try this social media pack from the Happy Planner in my plotting planner, and we'll see how that goes. The other thing that I did was I created these dashboards in Canva where I put my word count goal to the side and then the book cover here. So this is the book cover for The Witch's Door, which I'll be writing when actually I'm already started to write it, but hopefully I'll be reading it live on my Sarra Cannon YouTube channel. If you guys didn't know, I have a second channel that's more for fans instead of specifically writers, although I have a lot of writers who are also fans and part of that community. But I go live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday over there. It's just youtube.com/Sarra Cannon. And we're going to start reading The Witch's Door in probably just a week or 2 weeks. So I'm very, very excited about this. If you want to catch up, this is book 2 in the series, but all of book 1 is up on YouTube with me reading it live, or you can buy it pretty much everywhere. So I messed up this, but I decided to leave it anyway. Then I have some other just images that I liked. And then you can see if you've used it before, you recognize this as my plotting planner. And it took a few tries to get it resized for the Happy Planner. I think I ended up using 84%. Printing at 84% scale to get it on here properly. And I just did it double-sided and then cut it out. So that worked out great. So I have my plotting planner and everything ready to go. And I actually have already been filling out the plotting planner stuff for The Witch's Door, but I didn't want to show spoilers. So you guys are seeing a fresh, clean version here. And then I also have the next book that, well, this one actually is finished, but this is called Once Upon a Wish. And this is the next anthology that I'm in. So, Emily says I'm getting into so much trouble with this Anthem sticker company. Yeah, you will for sure. She has a lot of amazing stickers. I absolutely love it. Oh, and Elizabeth confirms that 84% is correct for the Happy Planner. So yeah, it took me a little bit of time to get it right, but I think it turned out good. So this is the cover for a short story anthology that I'm in, but I've already finished that story. So moving on to the next. I also made one for Vengeful Darkness, which is the next book in my Shadow Demons saga. That one is going to be at least 100,000 words, and it is already up on pre-order for May 11th. So I will be going straight from The Witch's Door into Vengeful Darkness. And I do actually have several other books set up in here, but for covers that I have not yet revealed. So I will not show you those. But that is basically the new version of my plotting planner with these cool stickers that I would like to use to show an overview of how my writing is going, I guess you could say. So that is almost everything except... One second. We come back to this. So I had two more things. One is this is my morning pages journal that I have been working in, as you guys know, if you've been watching this. And here's the other thing that's happening in my life on a daily basis. Anybody want to guess who made these scribbles in my notebook? Because this little girl is walking around. She just grabs and she's like, pen, pen, pen. And she is obsessed with pens, probably because mommy is, and she is writing all over everything. It's crazy. So yeah, I am using this pretty much since September to try to finish it out. And I bought a ton of these. These are from Michael's, and you can see I've already dated it on the side too. I decided to write the date 9/22, and then we'll see what the 2 is, but I am almost to the end. So I have only these pages left, and some of them Evie scribbled on. So we'll see kind of how that turns out. But I think I will finish this probably this week. So after months and months of using this as a basically morning pages journal, I am almost done with it. And I have to tell you, it feels really good to have actually stuck with it, even though I feel like it has been a bit of a struggle. I really have enjoyed these pages in here, the paper in here, for a really inexpensive notebook has been great. These are from Michaels and they're only $5, and sometimes you can get them for even less expensive. And I just think the paper is really good for that price. I can't believe it. So yeah, I'm loving it. So now I got to pick out my next one, and I should have had you guys help me choose, but I didn't lug them all over here. But yeah, so it may have taken me, let's see, September 20th, October, November, December. Anybody else have to count on your fingers? So it's taken me 4 months plus to finish this notebook, but I am going to still give myself credit. And eventually I will have an entire row of these notebooks, and I'll be so proud of myself for finishing them up. And so, yeah, almost done. By the time you guys see this next month, it will be finished, and hopefully I'll be well into the next one. Then also another thing that I set up here on my channel is my morning routine notebooks. So this has a bunch of things like Gabby Bernstein's Miracle membership. So I keep notes on my meditations there. And then this is a notebook from Simply Gilded. Most of these are from Simply Gilded subscription box that I was trying to do the 2021 manifesting challenge with her. And I did do a good job for the first 3 days and then I fell off. It's a 21-day thing. So I said that I am going to definitely go and finish that up. My friend was doing it with me, and she also had kind of a hard time finishing them. Hey, Hichigo, how are you? And we just have decided we're going to start over. So I'm going to start over and I'm going to keep going. Again, progress, not perfection. So just don't worry if you mess up and you don't do everything perfectly, because none of us do, right? So then I have another one here that is my meditation journal, and I'm not going to show those pages because those are a little bit more personal. And then the final one is supposed to be I decided I was going to use this notebook for signs and synchronicities, and then I haven't really used it because I tend to keep that in my Hobonichi. So I'm not sure what else I'm going to use this one for. I just haven't decided. Then I've got another one that is for my course that I'm doing. It's like a year-long membership with Tanya Gonzalez that I was saying is my tarot mentor. That's called the Empowered Tarotista. So I've been taking notes on like tarot readings she's done for me and our like monthly get-togethers in this notebook. And then the final notebook in the back here is an actual B6 Stalogy. So this is the B6 size, not the B5. And I have been keeping track of my morning routine in here. And I also have been keeping track of the books that I'm reading. So I've only finished one book so far this year, but I am well into the second book. And I also have been keeping track of just like anything that comes up during my morning meditations or during my morning tarot reading. So I told you guys last year that I was really, really good at tracking my evening tarot readings, but not as good at reading in the morning. And so I'm doing 2 readings this year, one in the morning and one in the evening. So that is all being kept in this little journal. And actually I have found a really good way to keep up with these for me. Just if you've had trouble before keeping up with notebooks, is to have a space in your house where this is where you do this ritual. So like I have a very small but beautiful little altar space in my bedroom where I do my evening ritual. The planner lives there. It doesn't move from there. It stays there. And so every night I just get in the habit of I put the baby down to sleep, and then I sit down and I do that tarot reading and use my notebook there. And with this one, this is my morning journal, and this one stays downstairs because I'm always filling it out when I'm with the baby in the mornings. So while I sit her down to eat breakfast, I go ahead and fill this out for myself. So I keep it here by the table in the kitchen, and having that like specific place where it lives helps me. So I've really been enjoying this, and I don't actually write in it every single day, but I've been doing a pretty good job. But I'm hoping that by the time I get to the end of this year, I will have, kept up with it on a daily basis. I saw somebody say that their Michaels didn't have these, which is so sad. They're not in the planner section though. So if you go into Michaels, they're in the art supply section. So they're with the like sketch journals and the Tombow markers and the watercolors and stuff like that. Mine has probably like 20 different ones. So if yours doesn't have it, maybe they could order it for you. I'm not sure if they have them online, but that is basically my notebooks and journals. And I've been doing a pretty good job keeping up with them. of just one final thing that I have been loving. This is one of the newer pencil cases from Erin Condren, and you can choose the color, and it's Hello Kitty. And I got this purple color, but I kind of want to get a pink one too. So this is that like neoprene sleeves type thing that they have for their planner covers too. But I've been carrying this around with my plotting planner. So I have, not only do I have those stickers, but I have picked out Crayola super tips that match the sticker colors for the color coding for my book. And then I also have just an S-Gel Sharpie, a pencil, and a little scissors here. And I have note cards. I have some off-brand sort of Post-it notes, whiteout sticky tape runner, and a little bit of washi tape in here. And then inside this little pocket in the top, I have my plotting note cards. So this is like my little cheat sheet cards that have all the different pieces of writing. So it's got the hook. And what does the hook mean? Oh, the hook means you open with a dramatic question. Give readers a reason to turn the page. What trouble, challenge, or change threatens your character right from the beginning? Show your character doing something that will figure prominently later in the plot. So these are like my cheat sheet cards from all the different plot points that I like to use. And it's cool because it can kind of live in this little section right here. And then I also got this cute little thing. Did I need this? Need is a really strong word. But I got to choose or got to order some stuff from JetPens. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to get this cute little thing. So it's like a little mini binder, and it's called the Into One binder. I got it from JetPens, and it actually opens just like a regular binder. I mean, I don't know if you guys can really see that, but it's like little clear binder clips. And then you've got sheet protectors. You can get like little note card looking ones. I mean, what? It is so cute. So I got lots of little things. And what I'm hoping to do actually with this is to transfer some of because I've always felt like, okay, I've got these little plotting notes, but I would like to be able to put more on a page and be able to arrange them a little bit better. So I am going to transfer those plotting notes, and this will become my plotting cheat sheet. Oh, good morning, Tegan. So this will become my plotting cheat sheet. So I've got 4 little colors here. So one will be Act 1, one will be Act 2, the first half, one will be Act 2, the second half, and the other will go through all of the plot points of Act 3. So this will not actually have my plot in it. It will have my cheat sheets from the books that I have read about plotting, because I find that sometimes as I'm actually plotting, if I can turn to my note cards and I can see, okay, what is it again that happens in the mirror moment? Okay. And just read James Scott Bell's actual words of what he says happens. Sometimes it just jars me a little bit and brings up new ideas. So, and then I have some of my own things that I've discovered about the mirror moment, like how it usually works in my books or whatever. So I'm going to transfer these kind of not as beautiful notes into this cute little Into One little, I don't know, binder, I guess, but you can take the pages out and stuff. And I just think that is so cool. I got these little page protectors too, because I think I'm going to put some, like a little thing that says Act 1 or something that's kind of cute. I'm going to make that in Canva. I actually should put one of those Redbubble stickers on top of this as well, like one of the like coffee or writer stickers or something like that. So this is like my little plotting pencil case. And again, you guys have seen, if you've followed my stuff before, you guys have seen how I use these page flags in my plotting as well. So probably more updates coming on that process as I get those note cards set up. But that is basically it. Those are my notebooks. And look, we're 50 minutes. I knew this was going to be an hour anyway, but thank you guys so much for being here and sticking around. I am, like I said, going to be giving away your choice of the Archer and Olive dot grid notebook or the monthly planner. So when you comment below, just make sure that you come back and check. I will leave this open. So today is Sunday. I will leave this open until Friday, which is February 5th, I believe. So Friday, February 5th, I will choose a winner for this and I will tag you. So I think that I can still tag you even if it's been live, but if not, come back on Friday and I will have it marked by noon in the description box as well, or pinned your name to the top. So super fun giveaway this month. All you have to do is comment. So everybody who's been here, comment. I would love for you to also hit the like button and subscribe if you get a chance. I'm going to take this down a notch here and kind of move this back to my face instead of my hands. So if you guys didn't see, if you were late showing up, I got my hair cut, which is the first time in 2.5 years I have had my hair cut. So I'm pretty excited about that. But yeah, welcome you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I know that this is a little bit longer than my typical notebook challenge, but I do appreciate that you guys were here. I guess that's too low. I'm gonna have to work on the lighting situation, but it's a work in progress. Another thing I wanted to let you guys know about is tomorrow we are starting a word sprint challenge. So I'm actually going to be live here on this channel for at least 15 minutes to an hour doing writing sprints or talking about how the challenge works every single day this upcoming week. So if you're enjoying some live videos, you might enjoy this as well. So we are doing, I'll be live here and in my Facebook group. If you are not in the Facebook group, I would love for you to join us. It's called the HB or Heart Breathing's Word Sprint Challenge group. And it's just a group where we write together and we do sprints. So sprints is when you set a specific timer and you write without any other focus. Like you just focus on the writing for 15 minutes and then you take a break. So we're going to be working this week on a 5-day challenge to practice writing at different times of day so that you can discover really what is your sweet spot. So I used to think, oh, I'm a nighttime writer. I'm going to write best at night. That's when I prefer to do it. And instead of writing in sprints, I would just write for as long as I could. And then when I remembered, I would get up and go to the bathroom or go get some water or whatever. But when I finally did this type of challenge and I practiced writing in the morning, writing in the afternoon, I learned so much about myself because I actually write more words when I write in the morning than I do when I'm writing at night. And I never thought that was going to be true, but it is true. And so I think that it is something that can really, really help you. And there is a word sprint challenge notebook. Vanessa asked, is there a word sprint challenge notebook? There is a, there is a word sprint challenge notebook and it is free to everybody to use. You can just get it from my newsletter list. And if you don't want to stay on my list, that's fine too. You can subscribe, grab the resources and unsubscribe, and that's fine too. But of course, I would love for you to stay. So the word sprint challenge, I will explain every day on the live and on the post what you're supposed to do to participate. But if you want to get the notebook or the free workbook, there's a place for you to mark down your results. And then what we're going to do is we're going to calculate towards the end of the week your average words per minute based on how long you're sprinting and what time of day you're sprinting. So it's going to be really cool. Tomorrow is day 1 and it is called Early Riser. So the only thing you're supposed to do is write for 10-minute sprints. So just really short 10-minute sprints with a 5-minute break in between. And I want you to do at least 3 of them sometime before 10 a.m. If that's for you, then do it at 5 in the morning. If you get up early, you could do it at 9:30 if that's when you get up and you just get started. But I am just going to challenge you. That's why it's called a challenge, to write in the morning, even if you never have done it before, or even if you know you hate it, just give it a shot. And actually during those 3 sprints, just mark down how much words you got. If you're in the editing process and you're not actually currently writing or drafting something, then just do a word prompt or just do some journaling instead and see if you can do it that way. If you're editing and you have some chapters that you know need to be rewritten, work on those chapters. But it still would be good if you're actually writing something new rather than just doing edits, if you can. If you can't and you're on deadline, then you can print off the workbook and do the challenge on your own later. But if you want to sign up for the Word Sprint Challenge, I think I have a link for it down below in the description box. If not, then it's definitely on my previous video from this Thursday if you want to go check that out. And you can come join the Facebook group. So the challenge, if you sign up for the challenge, you will get daily emails, but you'll also see me live here on YouTube and in the Facebook group simultaneously. So you can watch me either place or both if you want. So I'll be live tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern time, just for about 15 or 20 minutes. I'm not going to be running sprints. I'm just going to be talking about how the challenge works. And then every other day, I think I'll be running at least some sprints for an hour almost every day. So that's going to be fun. It'll be the first time I've done live sprints actually on this YouTube channel. So I hope that you will join me for sure. And that is it. The only other announcement that I have is that Publish and Thrive will start a week from tomorrow. So you've got one more week to join. And we are I think everybody that has joined is super, super excited to get started on self-publishing. So even if you don't have a book finished yet, but you're really anxious to learn more about how the business works and get your mind in the right place, it could be a great time for you to sign up. Feel free to email me, sarah@heartbreathings.com, if you have any questions about whether you think it would be right for you. And I will be honest about whether I think it's the right time for you or not. So definitely check it out. Aphrodite says, I got to get this out of the way. Hold on. I can't see. Let me move it. Is the link for the Facebook group below? I think I have the link for the Facebook group always in the description, but if not, it's just facebook.com/group/HB writing sprints. So I think that's what it is. If somebody else has the link, let us know. If you don't see the link, let me know. But I'm pretty sure it's always in my description. So if I didn't put it today, it's always in there in my previous videos. You just kind of have to scroll down. So it's going to be a really great time. I think it'll be really fun. And it will help you for sure in getting your ideal writing sprint time down. So many people I did this like 2 years ago. And so many people were like, oh my gosh, I just realized that if you only write for 20 minutes, maybe you're doing a really great job, but maybe if you write for 25 minutes, you would get twice as many words. There's something weird that happens, and like everybody's brain has kind of a sweet spot. For some people, if you go to 25 or 30 words, sometimes you get less words than if you had just written for 20 minutes. And I know that doesn't make sense, but it is absolutely true. So you might surprise yourself for sure. So definitely come take the challenge and come hang out. And like I said, if you don't have time this week to be writing, you can still download the challenge workbook and do it on your own because all the instructions are there in the challenge workbook. There is also a special discount code coming for everybody that participates for my Heart Breathings HB90 planner. So if you're interested in purchasing that planner or you want to get one for Q2 with a pretty big discount, definitely go ahead and at least download the Heart Breathings Word Sprint Challenge workbook. Cheryl asked, Heart Breathings, have you ever considered doing Patreon? So, and I will, if you guys want to stay and hang out for about 10 more minutes or so, I will answer questions and hang out with you guys too. But thank you so much for everybody that came. Please do hit the thumbs up button and let me know too, like honestly, if you enjoyed this format or if you thought, okay, this is too long, I couldn't see things clearly enough. It's not going to hurt my feelings as long as you're still kind. I'm open for feedback. But I've actually had a lot of people lately ask me if I have considered a Patreon. I think that would be cool, but I think what holds me back from it is the fear that I'm not going to be able to create the content fast enough. Because usually with Patreon, people are offering extra videos or more behind the scenes type stuff or like free more downloads. And I feel like I already have a hard time keeping up with everything that's available for my channel and for, it's like coming up, I'm going to be going live Monday, Wednesday, Fridays on my Sarra Cannon channel, putting out a video, a newsletter, a blog for this channel every week. And I'm going to be doing a 2-hour live Q&A for Publish and Thrive every week, as well as, hanging out with 200 plus students in that course that are new, as well as all of the alumni, and answering questions and answering a lot of emails. So to add extra content might be hard. So I'm not sure. Let me know what you guys think would be a good thing to have for bonuses. Like what would inspire you to sign up for a Patreon from me? Because if it's an easy thing, like extra Q&A or something every month with maybe a few other things for a pretty cheap, like $5 a month or something, I think I could do that, like if it's a live video. But if it was like me creating new workbooks or something, that might be harder for me to do. So let me know what you think would be something worth signing up, and maybe we'll think about it. I saw Mary said, is my brain dead about all ideas? Mary, what's going on with your brain? I think that if you're talking about ideas for books, if you're really struggling with ideas, then what I would do is binge watch some stories or binge read. The number one thing, if I just really am like, I can't even think of a good idea, the best thing that I do is fill myself up with other people's ideas. And almost always something new will come of it. Like, oh, how cool would it be if, so that's how I came up with my Shadow Demon Saga, which used to be called the Peachville High Demon series. I was like really wanting to write something that I could indie publish. This was all the way back in 2010. And I wasn't sure of any ideas. And so I binge watched Veronica Mars, and I would like every single day get up and watch as many episodes as I could. And of course, there's only a few seasons. So I was like really bummed when it was over. But the whole time I was so in love with the Veronica Mars character that I kept thinking, oh my gosh, like, how cool would it be to have a snarky, like outcast kind of character like this who solves mysteries that was a witch instead of just a normal, like non-paranormal high school. And that was how my idea came together. So if you're feeling like you're not getting a lot of ideas, go watch other people's stuff, go read other people's stuff. And that can often just, bring you new ideas. Hugs to you too, Hichigo. Thank you so much for coming. It's good to see you on this channel too. So Kelsa asked, will you be offering your Publish and Thrive course again in the future? I need to save some money for it. So yes, I am going to try to offer it again in August. I will definitely be offering it one more time this year. August is the tentative date, but it could potentially end up getting shifted because we are building a house. And right now they're telling us July is the date, the move-in date. Well, they said June, but probably July. So I'm thinking the way builders are, it's probably going to be August. And I don't want to be moving like right when the course is opening. So I will know more about when. Just be prepared. It might shift to September, but there will definitely be one more time this year. But I will say I am thinking of re-recording the course towards the end of this year, potentially, or towards the early part of next year. So this next round in August might be the last time I offer it at this price. And the price might be going up because I keep adding more bonuses and more stuff. And I think we're going to add a special like writer finance bonus and some other things for the course next February. So if you're saving up, try to get it in by the end of this year. I haven't made any full decisions yet. But yeah, I might be raising the price a little bit next year, potentially. Let's see. Oh my gosh, I have a tier where we have pajama party sprints. Aphrodite, that is so cool. So you guys actually get in your pajamas and just do what Zoom sprints, or do you do them there on Patreon? Let me know for sure. Let's see. Hichiko says, I'm going to watch your How to Plot a Novel series over again because I've been writing all the stuff you have on your worksheets. Oh, because you don't have a computer or a copier. Oh man, that is terrible. Maybe you could still just download it on your phone and get like Adobe PDF viewer if you're on your phone. How are you watching this now? Phone or tablet? You'll have to let us know because you should hopefully be able to use it. But I'm glad you're liking those sheets for sure. You do it on Patreon. So I've never had a Patreon, so I don't know like what the back end looks like. So is that something I guess that you can just do live inside Patreon, and does it keep the recording? We'll have to talk about that. So Andrea says, will alumni have access to the new videos? Yes. So alumni get access. This is true for all of my courses. Like when I did HB90, it was originally a 3-day course, and I changed it to a full 7-day course with a lot more bonuses and like hours more of video and explanation. And everybody who bought it when it was a 3-day course got access to all the upgrades. And that is so true for all of my classes. Once you have bought it, you get all of the upgrades for life. So even if I upgraded it and made it $1,000 course, which I never will probably, but just to let you know, all the alumni get everything. So it will stay that way forever. So how much is P&T going to cost in August? So it's going to be the same price it is now. It's $399 for people that have never taken the HB90 course. It's $399, or it's $75 a month for 6 months. If you have taken public or HB90, you also get a $99 coupon. So you get it for $300 instead of $399. So Kathy said, have you ever thought about creating physical HP90 notebooks through Amazon? I would buy one. My printer died. Oh no. Yes. So actually, thank you so much, Jennifer. Thank you for saying that. And somebody asked, how do you sign up for it? So I have a link to join Publish and Thrive, definitely in the description box below. So you can go grab that link down there and go sign up through there. If you're on my email list too, I did send you a link to that on Thursday's email if you want to go search for it. So Kathy had asked, have I ever thought about creating physical HB90 workbooks? So I have, and I actually had hoped to do it last year, and I got so busy that I just didn't get a chance to do it. If I make them on Amazon, they would have that kind of binding. You guys probably know better than I do what kind of binding, but it would be more like this kind of binding, like a book binding, right? And that's how it would look. Basically, I know that, did you guys ever buy the Your Best Year from Lisa? I can't remember her name now, but she used to do an entrepreneur kind of workbook thing that I really enjoyed. And she did make them on Amazon, and they were like 8.5 by 11 size, and they came out pretty good. But yeah, I have thought about doing it because I do know there are a lot of people that can't print them at home. And so Matt says Lulu has different bindings. Yes. So I might look into Lulu. I think there are lots of different printers that I could use. And I actually tried to work with a designer to redo the planner so that we could have them printed. And it just did not work out. We had to part ways. Lisa Jacobs, thank you so much, Jolene, for saying that. Yes, Lisa Jacobs, she did them for years and then she stopped offering them. Oh, Janet knew as well. She stopped offering them because she took a job, I think, with corporate, and she kind of stopped doing as much entrepreneur stuff. But those came out pretty well, I think. They were, more like workbooks, I guess. So that is possibly on the table. I would really love, like, one of my dream situations would be to have a beautiful coiled version of the planner, not the O-ring, because I really cannot stand O-ring, but something more coiled, like an Erin Condren type style planner that has, just really nice covers and pretty graphics inside. But that is such an undertaking to do physical products. So yeah, Janet and I have definitely discussed it potentially for 2022. So definitely stay tuned for that, because I think it is something, but it might be easy to get one up on Amazon that's just printed and bound like those Your Best Year workbooks were. They wouldn't be like the best, nicest planners in the world, but it would allow you to go through the system in a way that looks kind of like this, but is the full 8.5 by 11. So that's a pretty good idea. I will look into that, Kathy. And you can always, like, I say you can, but depending on where you are, you can send them out to like Staples or FedEx, Kinko's, or someplace like that. Just if you decide to send them out to get printed, tell them black and white, because there's very little color in the planner. There's just some pink here and there, and it's so much cheaper to get it done in black and white. But I have some students that will get them printed even with the coil binding at Staples, and it's not as expensive as you would think, like $30. But I know that still is a lot of money compared to, like, you actually have to buy the printable first. So I could do it a lot cheaper on Amazon. So I will look into that. Does anybody else have any questions? Let's hang out for just a few more minutes, and I would love to answer questions. So Hichigo, I would never hate you. I'm glad that you're here. I have a phone and I don't have a printer. I have a computer, but it doesn't have internet. So when I go to the library, I'll print out those How to Plot a Novel workshops. Yeah, or worksheets. That's a good idea to do it at the library if they could do it for you there. But yeah, you could still look at them on your phone if you get the an app that reads PDFs, or even a Kindle app or something. You could pull them up and at least read them. But anyway, hopefully that'll work. Yeah, local printers too. And I actually will probably look into that, Elizabeth, for when I do it, because I know a lot of people that have their printers bound and sell them will do them through like send them to China or do it because it's so much less expensive. But I've pretty much made a decision that if I am going to have them printed for sale, that I'm going to use a local printer or a printer here in the United States, especially with all the stuff that has gone on with COVID and all the shipping delays and everything, but that will make it more expensive. So I'd like to look into several options, including one option that I would like to be able to offer is to have unbound versions that are just printed for you that you can punch yourself, or they might already be punched for you. So Taylor, this is the question of the hour. Everyone is wondering about this. When do you anticipate your Notion videos to be out? So I don't think I'll have time to get the Notion video out this week. And I think instead I'm going to do a video on the difference between a serial and a series and how to write a serial series. It's kind of like an addendum to my how to write a series videos before. I think that's what's going to come out this week, but maybe in 2 weeks, I'll start doing some Notion videos. I think I'm going to have 2 or 3. So it'll be a little mini series on Notion. And I might get Janet's help on that one because she's really the expert in our team. So Emma says, for Q2, I'm debating buying the undated and then send it to Docs Direct to print coiled. Oh, that's a good idea for sure. And like I said, if you participate in the notebook challenge, you will get a coupon for a better price on the planner for Q2 if you want to check that out. Heart Breathings, what kind of paint did you use on your Kanban board? And is it cork or something else? I have trouble making my Post-its stick on whiteboard. So mine is a poster frame. So I just got it from Michael's. It's like the largest size poster frame they have. So the cover, it's not glass, but it's that like really thick acetate kind of plastic. And I used plastic spray paint. So it's like, I'm trying to think of the name of the brand, but it's Rust-Oleum, I think is what it is. And it's just called spray paint for plastic. And that's what I use. And it sticks pretty well to that, I feel like, but I have to use actual Post-it brand Post-its or they don't stick. And I have some yellow ones that are Post-it brand that are falling off. So I've been using the super sticky ones instead. And those are doing much better. Corkboard is a big no-no, I would say, when it comes to, unless you want to pin them on, it's not going to stick well to corkboard at all, but it should be sticking to a whiteboard. So I'm not sure why it wouldn't be sticking unless you've used that whiteboard a lot and it's like not as smooth of a surface. What you could try, if you have a corkboard or you have a whiteboard and it's not sticking, something that you could try is taking like either wrapping paper or some kind, not fabric, but some other kind of like scrapbooking paper or something that you like that's pretty, and taping it onto the surface and then sticking the notes on that paper. Try that. That has worked for me for a while. Laura says unbound would be great, and then you can move your pages around. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. A lot of people are excited about that, so that sounds cool. If you have an office friend, you can send them the file. Yeah. Or an office husband or a wife, potentially too. I've been enjoying using the iPad for your workbooks. It's like built-in permission to mess up. Yes. So I have a couple of planners, or I'm in Freshly Implemented with Amber McHugh for business stuff. And I always put it on my iPad and use GoodNotes so that I can write in those workbooks. And I think that works really well instead of printing them out. So how is your new plotting planner coming along? Love to see how you set it up. So we did actually go through that in this video. So once this is over, you can watch the replay if you want. I think it was maybe about halfway through. Do you have the bundle deal for your courses? I do. So there is a bundle deal for Publish and Thrive and HB90 coming up in March. So if you sign up for the February Publish and Thrive in the Thriving Author course bundle, you get both courses for $100 off or $99 off. And that link I think is also down below, but if not, it's just heartbreathings.teachable.com. And then you'll see the courses there. You'll see HB90 and Publish and Thrive. And then the third one there is the Thriving Author Bundle. And that's both courses. So let's see. I want to know what kind of magic Post-it has versus other brands. I know, and I haven't actually announced this yet, but I am actually using an off-brand Post-it this time, and they're staying up. So I will teach you guys my secret if they tend to stay. So shh. But yes, I'm using one because I couldn't get the color I wanted, and it made me so mad. So anyway, so yes, Jacqueline says, I just got a poster board from the dollar store. Yes, that is a great starter Kanban board for sure. Yes, poster frame. And it was, if you look for, like, if you have a Michael's near you or a Walmart or even Amazon will sell them, you can get them on sale, especially at Michael's. You can use those 50% off coupons. And so it wasn't that expensive, but something like poster board, Dollar Tree or something, Dollar General, Dollar Tree for $1, you can get poster board or one of those trifold boards. So that is something fun to use as well. True confessions. I know. I was like, I'm not going to tell anyone this is not a Post-it brand, because then everybody is going to comment and be like, did you not learn from the past? And what is wrong with you? So we'll see. So is it possible to do the planner digital? I'm looking into going digital. So it's easy to do the planner digitally on an iPad because you can just pull it into GoodNotes and just write on it there. But I know that somebody told me that they were able to actually fill in the planner, parts of the planner, using Adobe, but I don't have it set up to be specifically a fillable PDF. And there's some places that it doesn't work right anyway. And I'm not sure exactly what else I would need to do to a PDF to make it digital for any type of Android thing. But if you have an iPad, it's pretty easy to do the planner digitally by just pulling it into GoodNotes, which is an app that costs maybe $10 at the Apple Store. So it's a good one. Cheryl says, I have a Walmart poster board and it works great for my Kanban board. That's a great idea. OMG, directly on the wall. That's brilliant. So yes, and some people use their, like, I think it was Ines again, my dear friend Ines, she, I think, was using a mirror. So she has some closet doors that are mirrors, and she was putting her Post-its on there and they fit great. So, that is an option. You can put them directly on your wall. You can also put a poster board up on the wall. I am using, so just on this wall back here, I have my, my easel paper. So it's just white easel paper that you would use for like a kid's easel they're going to draw on. And I've rolled it out onto the wall to do my plotting planner. And I'm using sticky notes on that, and it works great. So there's lots and lots of options. Maybe I should do a video on options to get your Post-it notes to stick better and what you could use as a Kanban board for inexpensive. So Rooted in Reinventions, I use a PDF editor, which is free on Android. Okay, well, that's cool. I couldn't find a poster frame to fit the only space I had. Yeah, so that is a challenge for sure. Yes, lots of ideas. This has been really fun, and we have been live for a long time, and I still have to go get groceries today, and I still have, I don't know if you guys know this, but I am also president of the YA chapter of the RWA. And so we have a board meeting that I have to run tonight as well. So it has been a very busy day, but I have really had fun with this. I love doing live video, and I thank you guys so much for joining in and for hanging out today. Let me know again if you want to, if you enjoyed this format of seeing the notebook challenge, and don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe so that you can enter to win one of these gorgeous Archer and Olive notebooks for this month. I will choose a winner on Friday, February 5th. And don't forget that you have 1 week to sign up for Publish and Thrive or the Thriving Author Course Bundle if you'd like to join us. And Word Sprint Challenge starts tomorrow. So I'll be live again tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. to talk about the challenge. But some of you will have already finished your writing for the day by then. So definitely go and check out the workbook, which is linked over on my blog. I think I have a link to it down in the description box below too. So thank you guys so much. This was awesome. I loved it. And again, another thing, I feel like there's just so much going on, but I will be live on youtube.com/Sarra Cannon, which is my fan channel. So this channel obviously is more for writers, but that channel is for people that like my books or just books in general. So it's great for writers too. I will be live starting tomorrow, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4 p.m. for an hour, reading my new book and hanging out there. So come chat with us. We have such an amazing community over there every week too. So, all right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here. Let me see if I can pull this out. Yay. All right. Bye, you guys.